Hey, hey, hey. Charisma here. Welcome back. If you're new here, hello. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video entitled Today's Music is Empowering Women to Self Destruct by Soskas. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Is music empowering women today, or is it empowering women to self-destruct?
You took the words out of my mouth for the second thing you said, bro. I had that in my head verbatim. It's empowering women to self-destruct.
Tell
Absolutely.
me why. Because I've heard you comment about this. Maybe that's where I kind of got that from. But you basically said, here's some words that you have said before.
Yeah.
Because we do research around here. We got producers, we got researchers.
Yeah.
You said that music today for women is over-sexualized. It's going to have a devastating impact on women long-term, and they need to abort these mentalities. So I'm thinking, all right, like this is stuff that I wasn't really like aware of. And then as I'm listening to your explanation, I'm thinking, all right, let's Stevie speak for himself.
Yeah.
So what do you think is happening to women?
Think about it individually, from the Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion impact on the young women that they're listening to them. I guess there's nothing wrong with the independent women, but it's getting the women to not even want or desire or need a man at all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking more in terms of like longevity, companionship, families, birth rates, marriage, the female hip hop, in addition to the feminist movement, is just directing women the wrong way.
I don't need a man. Does that sound familiar to you? That's what a lot of women say these days. I don't need a man.
It empowers you to, be independent financially. Boss bitch this, run my own that. You got,
period.
You got women nowadays. I don't even need a man to have a baby. I just go to the clinic and get.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not good for society. Like down the long run.
Is it better for society when men talk about us being sluts and whores?
So with that,
but should it be glorified at all?
No, but it's.
She brings up a very good question.
No, it is. But the effect that female hip hop is having on women, and more of a. Let me get my I want to say it right so the message delivered correctly. I think it has more of an impact on women because it will influence women much more than it influences men. Because when you typically hear men talk about these things, these are like, your high value men who have the leverage to say these things, whether they're good or not. But typically you hear your Futures or your Rick Rosses, whomever. These are like big boss men that can typically do what they want. The majority of men don't live in that world, so they know they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But when you empower all these women who pretty much have the sexual marketplace within their hands, and then they receive these information, it's gonna affect these women on a larger scale, because all these women can use this information and be influenced by. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. It will affect women more on in a more pervasive way than it would affect men, because the women, the little girls, the teenagers, they're growing up, they're hearing these things, and they're hearing this, Megan Stallion and the Nicki Minaj and all these other women just being so raunchy and sexualizing themselves, and they try to emulate because they see, they have money, they have influence, they have fame, and they want to be like that. They're not going to idolize a male rapper in the same respect as a female, as a woman or girl, young girl growing up, looking to these women. They're idolizing these women and they want to become like these women. So yes, it will have a more negative impact on females for sure.
Porn is one of the largest industries in the world, and now women are starting to make money off of that profit, and it's a problem for men. women have been being sexualized since the beginning of time. I think it's we're in a place and it's a cycle, right? We see what Madonna did. We see it's all a part of the socio-economic progression and story. Like you said, you went through the history of, we became able to vote, we became able to dress how we want to dress, partake in society the way that we want to partake in society, etc. And then it became somewhere along the lines we're over sexualizing ourselves. Well, I think that happened because we got tired of being sexualized and not being the beneficiaries of said sexualization.
Yeah, I disagree. I disagree to you to a certain extent, but I think the majority of the reality doesn't live in that space. The reason why women are over sexualized because the market is so crazy for it. Men have been put out of the sexual marketplace. Men are not having sex. You know the stat.
Yeah.
Men 30 years old or younger. 30%.
1/3 of men under 30 years old have not had sex in the last year.
Men are going to college anymore. Men are having jobs. Most men are invisible to women. So with that being said, that's a direct influence on porn, on OnlyFans. OnlyFans, the majority of the consumers are these men who have no sexual connection or outlet with women at all. It's not because of women being over sexualized themselves. That's happened because the tide.
Where are the statistics saying that the men on OnlyFans are having sex?
Say that again.
Like, where are we getting this information?
I don't know.
What are you talking about? Like, seriously, who's this girl? Who's this person? What is she talking about? Like, has she been living under the rock? Like, seriously, where is the stats about the men on OnlyFans not having sex? Now, you're talking about a very small percentage on OnlyFans who are doing whatever in OnlyFans to get money. Come on, that's all it's about. They're sexualizing themselves. So here the majority of a third of men under 30 are not having sexual intercourse. And she's comparing that to a few men on OnlyFans. I don't know who this chick is, but
I don't know about the OnlyFans stat. We can pull that up, but there are multiple stats. It's very Googleable. That this is in general. I think it was the guy who was recently on Bill Maher, Scott Galloway, is an NYU professor. He talks about how basically society is men are failing within society, but basically to his point, Stevie's point, 1/3 of men under 30 have not had sex within the last year plus. Mm-hmm. Okay, so meaning like, and this is the whole premise of this show. Let me just back up a second. So I started off the entire show saying basically this show is to help you guys out there because we have 90% mostly male audience. Just so you know, okay. Just so we're clear. We do have a large, we have millions of followers, so just do the math. But the whole premise of the show is to increase your status, your financial status, your relationship status, to see you win in life. But as a man, okay, and we're gonna have a whole conversation on what a man is, what a woman is, what a woman's looking for, right? A boss babe, an alpha man. That's the next topic here. But with that being said, as a man, the higher you can elevate your status, the more money you can make, the higher, the greater your network, the more your connections, the more you elevate your actual real life status and even your social status. Okay. The byproduct of that will be
whatever you want.
Correct. But namely,
women.
What do men want?
Women.
Beautiful women. Mm-hmm. So it kind of goes hand in hand right there. What I always say is that money doesn't just live in a vacuum. Yep. I made $1 million this year. Okay. That's it. I have the million. So it's like, what are you going to do with the $1 million now? So I'm going to go buy a nice car. Why do I want a nice car? So I can fucking look good. So I can get chicks. I want to take a girl on a date. Like, it all kind of goes hand in hand here.
So I kind of tied into what you were saying about men saying that stuff in hip hop, because typically those men are saying it can do whatever they want. That's why it's not an issue when these men typically saying it. Like when you hear women saying the words to the song in the damn club because it's Drake or Future or whomever saying, I'm gonna fuck this bitch, I can do this, I can do that. If it was some dude at McDonald's saying this shit, like, man, get the hell out of here with that shit.
So as a woman, I'm happy that there's finally songs that I could sing along to as a woman, where it's a woman speaking about sexual experiences, because we're all human. We all have sex. Yeah. Women enjoy having sex just as men do, if not more.
Yep.
But you fail to realize, chick, whoever you are, that the impact on women listening to this music, following along, singing the lyrics, it's a different impact. It's a negative impact that ripples effect through the generation of women coming into the world, and the generations that we have now, that, my God, I don't know what's going to happen to this world, whether this current, the past, the younger generations, when they grew up, like, what's this world going to be? But I don't understand this girl's, I don't know her name, her logic. Like, where's her head? Oh, it's great now that women have music that we can sing along, that we can say these things. What? Come on.
But I don't think
Most
that.
of the time, it's
But
the
I don't
woman
think
that's
that's
not
the.
getting the pleasure in the
But that I
sexual
don't. That's not the
experience.
problem though. Like
Yeah.
there's no issue with women expressing their sexuality. It's just the impact that it's having on society. Long term.
There you go.
It's causing women to be lonely. What's the stat? Like the.
Here it is.
I think
I'll
a
give
lack
I'll
of
give you
real
this.
men are causing women to be lonely.
So we
Oh
can
my
unpack
gosh.
that
Okay.
too. We can unpack that too.
So-
there's a lack of real men, because as women progress and become more
They don't need a
independent
man.
and more successful, they're going to require a man at their level or higher to accommodate them, right? Hypergamy.
Mhm.
But if you're a 1% woman, now you're looking for that 1% man, and that 1% man can have 99% of the women out there,
Mhm.
right?
And so could the woman.
No.
She could, but is this 1% women gonna go holler at somebody that works at Walmart or
No.
No.
Exactly.
Well, so if you like that clip, click right here to watch another.
Oh my God. So let me know what you think about, today's music empowering women to self-destruct. I mean, basically that's what it is. And if you have children, like, what are you letting your child listen to garbage, garbage that is not helping them in a positive way? If you're a parent, I should say, pardon my French, what are you letting your children listen to, especially girls? I mean, it has a negative impact too on boys, but when it comes to female empowerment and raising your daughter to be a woman with values and morals, what are you letting your children, your female your daughters listen to this rap? And I mean, it's really having that negative impact. So let me know what kind of music you're letting your children listen to. Do you agree that today's music is empowering women to self-destruct? I'd love to hear your comments, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video, as well as ring the notification bell so you get notification when I upload another daily video. Until next time, take care and bye for now.